Say what's good, world. This your boy HB. I'm going to get right into the video. So, of course, I know y'all been watching what's going on with Meg Thee Stallion, with her former, label. When it comes to these record contracts, most of these artists don't know what they signing, don't have any clue or any knowledge. And a lot of times, these people that got money, they offer them this big bag. These artists gonna take it, because if you ain't never seen that type of money before in your life, and somebody offer you $1 million, you ain't never seen $1 million at one time in your life, you might not ever see it again. So you gonna jump on that opportunity, and if you already been doing music and already been putting in work, and somebody giving you an opportunity to, further your career or go to the next level, you gonna go to the next level, and it's gonna take money to do that. Because you might have to put a single out on the radio, and you might have to pay hundreds of thousands, for that song to be played continuously all day. Because I guarantee you, when Cardi B, when she dropped Bodak Yellow, they had to put some money behind it for that song to be played all day, every day. At least 2 or 3. That song was played at least 2 or 3 times an hour. On all the major radio stations all across the country, to get that song embedded in people's minds and hearts, so that every time they heard it, they could sing along. Every time even if they couldn't sing along, cause see, this how it happens. When you listen to a song the first time, it might be all right, but then you hear it again, like, okay, and then you hear it again, and by the third, fourth listen, you know some of the words, and then by the fifth time you heard it, you know the whole song front to back. So, going back to Meg Thee Stallion situation, the simple fact is, a lot of stuff been going around with Meg. You got to think about Meg and Tory Lanez. You got to think about, just people not really rocking with her. People, unfriending her on social networks. People not really rocking with her. So it's a lot going on with her. Now, I don't know what it is. I don't have a clue, but I just know that, look, a lot of artists become blackballed, or a lot of artists going to be blackballed. A lot of stuff been going on. They really ain't making sense, But I don't know, in the industry, man, look, everybody had that time where they at the highest height, and everybody had that time where they at their lowest low. Now, as an artist, you got to be consistent. And as an artist, you got to have variety. And see, the thing about it is, some people saying she sound the same on every song. She rap about the same thing every song. Because I believe, this is the thing, this is what happens. Most of these artists, some of these artists don't have writers, so they write their own music. And when you write your own music continuously, 24/7 all the time, it's going to start to sound redundant after a while, unless you do something different, unless you come with a different style, different wave, or unless you get a writer on your team. If you don't have a writer on your team, you don't have somebody to push you out your comfort zone and tell you, look, you might need to switch it up, you might need to change it up. See, the reason why Nicki Minaj was so powerful in her music and why she was so dominant is because she started out rapping. Then she went to the pop, with super bass and different songs, like the song Your Love, Pills and Potions. Like, she switched it up, but she stayed true to herself. She switched it up. See, a lot of female artists don't switch it up. They have the same type of song, every album. And you got to switch it up. Because if you can't switch it up, and you do those crossover records, like, like when I did Moment for Life, when she did, like the songs I just named. If you can't switch it up and you can't cross over, then your music going to sound redundant, because it's going to be the same song. It's going to be the same song, just different beats every time. So that's pretty much what's going on. And that's what people saying going on with Meg Thee Stallion. Just different beats, but the same exact cadence, everything. It's all the same. I'm not hating on her. She get her money, do her thing, but when it comes to the label, when it comes to stuff like that, even if you sign with a major label and that was a startup label, or that was just like an in-between label, they want their money, because they the ones that discovered you. They the ones that invested in you and put the money up. So when she was with him, when she was with that label, they the one put the money up first. They helped her get into the big spotlight. They just, it's a business. So, so you sign that contract, you gotta go over the legal stuff, get you a good lawyer that understands it, that can go over it. Excuse me. Get you a good lawyer that can go over it. Get you a good lawyer that knows the business, that knows the game, so you won't get screwed over. But she getting screwed over because the simple fact is she didn't know the game. And then you get on social media and you start talking and stuff, And when you start talking about somebody, they have the right to defend themselves, especially if they know the truth about you. So my thing is this, man. If you're an artist, man, you're going to be in this music, man. Know what you're signing. Know what you're getting yourself into. And even if you sign to a label that's kind of an in-between label, that's not a big, huge label, don't have a whole lot of backing, but, you know what I'm saying, can help you get to where you need to go, or at least help you get started, you know what I'm saying? We know that when you become a major artist, they gonna want their money back. They gonna recoup all the money that they gave to you, because 9 times out of 10 you ain't been able to pay it back. You ain't paid it back yet. So to all the artists out there, man, just know what you signing. You know what I'm saying, and don't be in a rush to sign. Cause look, if this label gonna give you $2 million or $1 million, think about what another label might give you. They might give you 4 or 5. Because if that label seeing you potentially, if that label seeing you as that great and want to give you $2 million, the other label might give you 3 or 4. So just weigh your options, know what you're signing, and know that if you sign to a label before you sign to a major label, that label, before you sign to the major label, they're going to want their money. Are they going to withhold money? Or they going to get everything that they gave to you, all the money that they put up, they're going to get it back some way. So just be mindful of that if you're an artist. And man, that's pretty much it, man. This your boy HB. I need y'all to like this video, share this video, leave a comment, all the good stuff. Definitely subscribe. I got more videos on the way, man. Y'all stay tuned. This your boy HB. Gone.